Me and Fluttershy are going to be looking at some scam posts. Um, yes, this again is the r slash scams subreddit. Um, I don't know. I just think they're funny. All right, well, start it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
always
always
say
say
that.
that. All right, let's do it like that. All right, scams. R slash scams. Got scammer for $1,000 today. Buy a laundry app. I don't know what that means. Woke up this morning to alerts from my bank about a fraudulent charge on my debit card and charges all in the range of $100 to $100, and that but were pending from less than 24 hours ago. I already called my debit card and filled out forms to have the changes charged tonight, but thought I'd post here. Okay, I'm visiting my sister's apartment in DC for a few weeks. They worded it really weird here. Um, feeling and caring, feeding and caring for her pets. Okay, I gotta try to zoom into this because I cannot read it. All right, let's try that. Okay. While she is out of town. Okay, I get it. I thought they were. Her apartment complex has a laundry machines in the banquet or in the basement level that use QR codes and an app for and start washers and dryers. Oh, a laundry machines in the basement level that use QR codes to pay for and start the washers and dryers. Okay. Poor grammar right there. Users are expected to scan the QR code using the signs attached to the machines, both to install it on the app on their smartphone and start machine, whatever machine they pick to use. At some point, the app maker requires users to load money onto the okay. Using their debit or credit cards, which can be used to pay for washing and drying. Yeah, I hate that because they like you know it's like $3 per load of laundry or $3 per washer, $3 per wash, $3 per dry. I lived in an apartment complex like that. Actually, I lived in two different apartment complexes like that. It sucked. We paid what $650 a month for a tiny ass 2 bedroom apartment on the third floor, and we still had to pay for laundry. It was stupid. Even though we had our own detergent. Why are we paying you guys so much rent? Anyways, um, the app does not use Apple Pay or Android Pay. Okay. Users must enter their check or their debit card number. I don't know why I said check. Debit card number using a form to use the laundry. Whatever that means. Here's where this stupid scam goes, Ari. Ari. The app makers, in their infinite wisdom, put a space on the screen where you sign up for an account and pay with your debit card that allows for third-party advertisements. Of course, someone paid them for a targeted ad that looks like the rest of the app, and the ad says something to the effect of activate your laundry. Oh! Oh, shit. Wow. I hear a train, I'm pretty sure. Yup. You can see where this is going. I knew. That sucks. You just need to add. Okay, so when both the apartments I lived in that had that, we had to get like a debit card kind of thing. It wasn't really a debit card. It was just it was a smart card, and because it had the smart card, the chip in it. It was actually, it looked like a debit card, but it wasn't a debit card. To load it, you go to the front office of the apartment complex, put it in a machine, type in how much you want to put into it, and then either load cash. The machine only took cash, so you could only put cash in there. The other one we lived at only took quarters, so we had to get our own change. Anyways, users need to add an account and add credits to use the laundry and they allow their user interface to be hijacked by a third party by placing ads right in there and using the same area where the users must activate their account. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm with him on this. Yeah, I'm with that guy on this. All right, I can zoom back. I might not. Is this Planned Parenthood? I can't read this. U.S. one night stand girl trying to scam me for money. Oh. Alright. I had a one night stand 2 months ago. 3 days ago, the girl told me she was pregnant. She avoided meeting up and sent me an ultrasound, and Planned Parenthood received her $1,850 for abortion pills. I suspected it was fake. I went there myself and they confirmed it wasn't real. I confronted her saying I don't care about the money. I just wanted to know if she was actually pregnant. She avoided the question, got angry, insisted she wasn't pregnant anymore while ignoring the fake receipt. After more arguing, she claimed she took the pills and told me to leave her alone. She's the one that reached out to you. That doesn't make sense. I ended the conversation unsure if she was ever pregnant. Yeah, I don't think she was pregnant. April 16th, 2026 was Thursday. Scammer can't even get that right. That's hilarious. Hookup scam, am I being used? What is this? Oh, 2,500. Yeah, you're definitely being used. Yeah, this guy is definitely being used. Don't judge me too hard, but I've got this guy who is wanting to have a get together. Okay, maybe it's with me and some of his friends to do some nude activities. Are they gonna have an orgy? He wants me to book the hotel, and he was going to send me money on Cash App. Is there another train I hear? Oh, no, I guess a train. Turns out he can't for some reason, so he wants me to email him a check. You can't email people checks. That's how he pays his employees allegedly. So it's a fake check. It's a fake check scam. It's a fake check scam. My 80-year-old mother is being scammed by someone impersonating Cooper Allen. I don't know who that is. I'm probably not going to read this one, but this one's just sad. It's sad that people fall for this. PSA, if your retail clerk warns you about a scam, believe them. Oh, God. I work at a retail store where I'm from, and the other day, this guy in his mid-30s comes in wanting to buy Apple gift cards. Now, anyone who's worked retail knows how many scams are tied to these things, so before selling it, I gave him a usual warning. He looked kind of clueless, so I asked what he was buying them for. He just said it's for his brother overseas. Fair enough, I told him, as long as he knew what he was doing, I'd go ahead with it. He buys 2,000, I'm guessing that's rupees. 2,000 rupees. Yeah. Oh, how about 150? Okay. And Len leaves. 10 minutes later, he comes back and buys more. Again, I warn him. Again, he insists. The cycle repeats itself until eventually he spent $2,076 on Apple gift cards. After the last one, he goes outside for a smoke, then comes back inside looking pale, defeated. He tells me he's been scammed and asks if I can reverse to get his money back. Felt bad for a bit, but there's literally nothing I could do if you retail click. Oh yeah. Okay, I get it. When I worked at Walmart, we had big vinyl stickers over the screens of our registers and back in electronics that said "Beware of scams," or like big red stickers. And it says, if anybody calls you saying they're from home office and asks you to scan a gift card code and to make sure it works, don't fall for it, because they've had that happen. That signs, stickers that tell you to watch out for counterfeit money. It was just funny because I'd take, if it was like $50 or $100, I'd take the money. I'd have to raise it up to the light to look at the watermark like that. And a lot of the times, the guys would be just like, I printed that this morning, but I'm like, shut up. You're going to get me in trouble. Yeah, I've heard stuff like that. I'm confused. Oh, Lord. Okay. Last Monday, my husband got off of work, go to the Walmart parking lot at 4:20, nice, and home at 5:20. Okay. During that time, my calls were ignored. I had his location so I could see where he was. He came home and said at 4 and said his phone turned completely off. iPhone 12 Pro Max. Once it came back on and everything was gone, his photos, factory reset. What? Okay. He was on the phone with someone, but I have no idea who. He told me Apple support, but I don't know. Wow. $5,000 gone from his accounts. Accounts for OnePay and Chime were made. Using our address, and OnePay used his passcode. Same phone passcode. He swears he didn't download these or sign in. Well, that's weird. Go away, Monopoly, go. A blue sky notification. Anyways, mayonnaise on an escalator. Anyways, what was I saying? I don't know. He's 5,000 was sent off to Cash App, which was then used for P2P Bitcoin. I don't know what P2P Bitcoin is. And there was a Zelle to a person we don't know. He was locked out of every app, social media. Someone took over his Instagram and ironically blocked me. His emails never has login information, so okay. This was 10 days ago, and I still can't understand it. Wow. Yeah, the Apple support was no Apple support, but a scammer who got full control of his phone, accounts, did all those bad things, then created his phone. Wait, did all those bad things, and then erased the phone. Your husband must have taken some very specific steps to allow this. It could not just be just because he was on the phone with them. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Could you please send that money back? That's for my mom's medicine, please. Was sent $80 cash, Apple Cash by a random number they called. Yeah. Okay. So what happens was when they send you when somebody sends you money that you don't know and it's for something that you have had no contact with them for. What happens is they'll send you money and they'll have a stolen card linked to that account, and then they'll send you money, and then they'll take that stolen card off their account, and they'll be like, hey, I accidentally sent you this money, can you send it back? So you send it back to them, and then you send the $80 out of your own money. And then the scammer gets the money, and then you get hit with a charge on your account for $80 because that money was stolen. And Apple's like, hey, this money was stolen. You sent money to this person. You willingly sent money to this person. Oh, all right. I think I'm used to it. Please help. I received a possible scam telephone call while at work. Nobody uses the term telephone anymore, but okay. So of course I ignored it. The caller is a real person, not an AI robot. Left the voicemail saying she was from the OSP. Was it Oregon State Police? Is that what that is? And that there's a case against me, gave a case number, is very important, that I contact the firm. Okay, maybe it's not Oregon State Police or whatever. Firm handling my case immediately. My husband was the same message. My husband called her back, which time he was transferred to the law firm handling my case, but was told the case is against me only, so they couldn't give him any information other than to tell him that there may be a lien on our house. They had our address, and that was all they could say. Of course, when I tried to call the original caller back, It was 5 o'clock and no one answered. Leave a message. Does anyone know OSP? I thought it was Oregon State Police. I'm sure if you're being CGD, it's a scam that's going to end with send us gift cards or crypto to make it all go away. Yeah, that's how it always happens. Send me a gift card code. All right. 300 euros lost on via I don't know what that is. Confirmed a buyer accessed my tickets for 5 days. Then admitted it was a system error. Okay. Posting this as a warning. It just says EU, but it doesn't say what country. Posting this as a warning for anyone reselling tickets for Viago. And to ask whether others have experienced this problem. What happened? I listed 2 Metallica concert tickets. Metallica! I don't really like Metallica a whole lot. I mean, they're good, but Lars is always never good. Okay, the tickets cost me 300 euros originally. Not counting the resale value I could have gotten. Okay. After listing them via GoGo app via upload, I uploaded everything the same day. Shortly afterward, the listing appears sold in my account, but the transaction status was still pending. Because of that, I contacted support to understand what was going on. Over the next several days, Viago sent me agents verifying, told me in writing that a buyer existed, the tickets had been allocated, the buyer has already assessed the tickets. One agent's exact words, I can see that it has been accessed by the buyer already. Why didn't just use the tickets? Because Viago's support is confirming the buyer existed. I don't care. I don't dare attend the event myself or give tickets to friends. Blah blah blah. I have shown up on the venue on the same tickets. I could potentially have faced penalties, account suspension, or financial liabilities. I waited using the platform's own confirmations. The escalation went nowhere. Oh my god. This is an issue marked that this listing is sold, but there was no buyer and the tickets were never transferred. Okay, so that's... And they refused compensation. There was no completed transaction. Oh my god. This is a when... Okay, 4 hours ago. Wow. Was this voicemail a scam? What should I do? I think I fell for his scam call this morning at 7:30. Oh wow, this was posted recently too. Come from a local number. They all do. It left a voicemail from an old lady sounding like she was crying, saying, "I'm scared and I don't know where you are." Called the number back. It rang 5 or 6 times. Then I went to voicemail. I hung up. Before I heard the voicemail message said, as soon as I hung up, I remember that there are scams. They were pretending to be a loved one in danger. I feel so dumb for falling for it. You didn't really, I wouldn't say you fell for it because calling a number can't get you scammed or compromised. You're fine. Yeah, no, he didn't fall for it. I mean, you did fall for it, but nothing happened. So, I spent years taking care of an elderly relative with dementia. And this is exactly okay. Yeah. I that's sad. He didn't get scammed, but yeah. All right. This is. I'm not gonna do that one because I can't read them. Cash App scam, or is this legitimate? Change service requested. Yeah, Cash App doesn't send you... I don't think Cash App sends you anything in the mail. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they send you anything in the mail. If you had money in an abandoned Cash App account, this is what will happen. Look up... I don't know what... I can't pronounce that. They are letting you know that they plan to turn an unclaimed money over to the state. Alright. Yeah, it's probably a scam. I don't know. I'm going to read one more post. Brothers flake with Flake? Wife gets arrested. All scammer hell breaks loose. Oh my god, this is going to be long, isn't it? Maybe not. Hello, wanted to log the record somewhere. Besides the local police, that scammers are aggressively using people to search websites to identify relatives or individuals who are arrested in Jefferson County, Colorado. It's not just there, it's everywhere. And phone bombing those relatives to demand money in cases before family ever hear about the arrest. This just happened to my family today. This is from 6 days ago. After my brother's wife, who we only see occasionally, was arrested last night. By this morning, the scammers had called an incredible number of times, including brothers, cousins, nieces, nephews, and even my ex-wife, who I divorced over 5 years ago. Fortunately, nobody they called would have been able to win a bit or be interested in bailing her out. But the quickness of and intense number of calls, wow. Many of these calls had no caller ID, but 2 calls did display 2 numbers that Reddit won't let me post. Neither of those are Jefferson County sheriffs or any legitimate agency. When I told the scammer the second number when I told the scammer at the second number while I was verifying his number, immediately hung up. That's all we've got except for multiple short messages from different people claiming to be the cops. That was pretty quick, though. This is a horrendous sleazeball scam targeting people at their lowest moments in life. What did your sister get arrested, or what did your sister-in-law get arrested for? And did she really get arrested? Because it doesn't sound like she actually got arrested. Thanks for the heads up. Always depressing. Yeah, I don't get this one. Yeah, that one's awful. Anyways, that'll be it for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed me reading some of these scam posts. They're really funny. And Ian Fluttershy, we'll see you later. And Fluttershy wants to